Dzień dobry from Kraków, Poland. Wow, so I landed here last night. I'm going to be here for a week. So I guess we're just going to explore the city, see what happens. I've also booked to see Auschwitz Birkenau concentration camp. Hopefully that works out. There's not like a problem with the trip itself. There's like a bit of a complication. I think I need to ring them to confirm my booking, so that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, we're just going to go around some bits of the old town and see the churches. So join me as I explore Krakow. So fortunately, by what I've heard, is that Krakow was not destroyed in World War II. It's a different story with Warsaw, and that is the capital of Poland. So if I say anything wrong, guys, just correct me in the video. I'm just a tourist, looking around, exploring. So, but I believe Krakow is either the third or the second biggest city in Krakow. Looks like there's plenty to do here. But as you can see, some beautiful churches here. So I reckon, guys, we should try and find maybe a church to walk into and just have a look. So yeah, it's wow, it is absolutely beautiful here, absolutely beautiful. Now, I've got to say, Poland's history is an interesting one. Coming from, I believe the country was founded in 966, and it went from it's been everything. Poland, it's gone from a major commonwealth to being wiped off the map for 123 years, suffering under Nazism, communism, and I reckon it's sort of put into the Polish people a spirit that will not die, and they seem proud of their country as well. And if you look at it, obviously, I'm not going to mention politics in this video or this channel, but I've been following the political situation as well. And there seems to be a large proponent of people from here that want to keep Poland safe, and that's by strict immigration laws. And I've not experienced any issues here yet. I mean, it's just to be totally honest, guys, it's stuff I see every day, from London, from Paris, and there's violence. I haven't seen any violence here yet, so obviously wait and see. But this is a beautiful place, but I feel as if I went for a run this morning around this place, and I saw the Catholic churches, and I feel like that's how they've been grounded in their belief and their faith, and it's kept them, Similar to how they mention in their national anthem, Poland is not yet lost. So I think this is a market. So let's have a look here. I will be grabbing one of them later. Definitely coming back here to pick one of them up. And oh wow, so I think I ran. I ran here. I ran around here this morning. So today's a perfect day as well. Interesting. Like people may ask, why Poland? Well, I was actually planning on going to. I've actually been planning to solo travel for quite a bit of time now, but wasn't exactly sure where to go. So I wanted to go to Romania because I knew some people out there that didn't work out. I went into my local travel agents then, asked asked the guy about Serbia because there's a massive cathedral there. But then he sort of looked at me with two heads. Why Serbia? And it's interesting. I sometimes I go onto that chit chat site where you can literally chat to strangers, and I ran into a few Serbian people, and they say how, you know, there's a lot of issues there, and there's corruption. Of course, there's corruption in every country you go to. But then Poland came up on the list. Poland came up. Now, I wasn't really expecting on coming here, to be honest. But I saw there was like a package going, and I was like, you know, why not? Why not? And all I can say, guys, this is a very affordable place to visit if you're a solo traveler. Very, very affordable. I just bought myself some food now, and it was hardly anything. It was like just a couple of quid for what you need, like, you know, massive like fresh baguette and then a pint of milk. So it's very affordable here. Alright guys, what is good? So I'm back home now. I thought I would just let you guys know that in the video, so afterwards I went in a few churches. I went inside St. Mary's Basilica, which was my opinion, my opinion was probably the best church, but it was literally in the middle of Krakow. I went outside of there and bumped into a tour guide, and to be honest with you, I feel like that really was the highlight of the trip. I was able to meet so many amazing people, especially a lovely couple. So yeah, so just a heads up, just for a bit of extra information. So I didn't actually put into the video. So enjoy the rest of the vlog. Money breeds envy, might get set up when pockets get empty. Let's get jealous, kill up that phone, I won't be my brother. Switching that catch up from the south of the border. North, west, the east, there's not around here, but I feel it to believe it. honestly convinced that saved the trip. I came out of St. Mary's Basilica, and there was a British tour guide there, and he was a free tour guide. I tipped him at the end, so it was like a system where he shows people around for free and you pay whatever you want afterwards. So I did tip him afterwards, and the amount of knowledge this guy had, I think I'll put a photo on the screen now or whatever. Wow, his knowledge was like incredible, and he took us to the Jewish quarter as well, and where a lot of Jews were rounded up and just persecuted. But I'm by a place called Kazimierz, I think. Probably butchered the pronunciation. Just by a nice river. So just walking this way, but yeah, it's been fascinating because I bumped into, I just had to be wearing my Scottish shirt, and I bumped into a lovely Scottish couple. Ended up getting to know them. There's a chance that I may be going to the salt mines, but we're not entirely sure. I haven't booked it. It's a difficult one on your own. I think I had a chat to the guy, the tour guide, and he knows everything about, you know, Krakow. He knows, he's lived in Poland for quite a long time. And he said about when you're booking these trips with different agencies, different like agencies, companies that have nothing to do, you know, with it's sort of hard to explain. It's like at the end of the day, you should go to the website, like the official website, like for example Auschwitz. You should go to the website and book it there, but I booked it through a different company, and sometimes it doesn't go through to the, let's say, headquarters of that place. So it's one of those things, but hopefully they did find my Auschwitz thing. Thankfully, my friend was able to email them for me. I'm terrible with emails, so because you have to, after you book, you have to reconfirm your booking. So, but anyway, I'll take more photos and videos, and I'll probably be doing a voiceover because, to be honest with you, it's pretty awkward filming around people. You know, they may not want to be filmed, so I totally understand that, and I'm not really comfortable to do that yet. I'm not bored and bankrupt yet, so. But yeah, but I was sort of thinking to myself, should I say what I think about Poland? Let's say my first impressions. Straight away, how clean and safe it is. I mean, when I drove in, when I came in my Uber, just checking the still recording. When I came in on my Uber, we obviously drove into Krakow. It was about, let's say, probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Oh my goodness, I thought I was back. It was almost like I was sent into a time capsule. Like I almost went back in time. But it doesn't seem like Poland. When you say the word Poland, for me, it's not synonymous with exotic, what's the word? Italian architecture. And there's history behind this. There's history behind it. Some king back in the day, I think in Krakow, had an Italian wife, and that inspired him to hire Italian architects and build Italian buildings in the old town, in the main square in Krakow. And that's why and how you see all those beautiful buildings. It doesn't look, you wouldn't really think it's Poland, but it is. Incredibly, safe. It's clean as well. Like, you don't see any rubbish on the floor, really. Everything is well maintained. On our tour guide, everything. The people here seem to take this place very seriously. And it's reflective on them, on the people of Poland, on what they've gone through in their history. As we said, Poland, the nation of Poland, was partitioned multiple times. It was at the mercy of communism, Nazism, and rejection and betrayal by the Western nations, betrayal by the Allies. It's disgusting. After World War II, Poland just after everything that they've been through, they got shafted again by the Soviet Union. Even though, I mean, there's a debate around that, who was worse, Nazi Germany or Soviet Union. I mean, what the Soviet Union did to Poland was awful as well. Ransacking villages and, you know, wiping out families and awful. So I can't tell you the exact number of Poles that did get eliminated, did get killed in World War II. It's probably an unthinkable number. It's a percentage of their population, so that's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. But also it's interesting how Krakow wasn't touched in World War II. I don't think it was. And I think German officers did go into Krakow, but there was no fight to be had. Warsaw was in a totally different state, though. I heard Warsaw in World War II was completely flat. Can you imagine a city entirely flat? So in Krakow, it's interesting where all those buildings are the original buildings. You know, the original architecture. Yeah, so I find that to be particularly interesting. I was thinking about talking about the people. Now, I'm not going to make a judgment on the people. I've only been here a day. Let's just say the Poles take their country seriously, and I am with them 100% with that. I had a bit of an experience before I went to see the tour guide. I went into a church, and I think he was right next to Pope John Paul II. There's like a building where he lived. I think it's like a seminary place. And of course, it's, as I said, I'm not going to make a judgment, but it was right by that building that's got a mural of Pope John Paul II. I went inside that church, and of course, you know, respectful. You know, don't talk in there. It's very serious. I went into the back of the church, and I saw like this. It was beautiful. It was like this case. It was like where the chalices, I think the cups of where they put the communion in, and they had like a glass cabinet, and it was like all in display. And then this guy comes on to me and says something to me in Polish. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Polish." And he said, "Oh, you can put your backpack down or something," and which was strange because there was other people wearing backpacks. So I googled it super quick, and they said it's all about modesty. So I respect that. I respect the rules. I said, look, yeah, I didn't explain. I think he had a bit of broken English, so I don't think I could understand him enough. But I just said, "Oh, is it? You know, how can I leave?" And he just showed me the door, and so, but that door was locked, so I had to go to the front entrance of the church. So make my way out there. So yeah, it's one of those things that I don't take it the wrong way. I totally understand. So it's their rule, it's their country, their rules. I respect it, and it's all about modesty. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely reflective of how serious they take their faith. So fair enough. But I didn't want to put my bag down. I got all my travel documents in here just in case, you know. Got my passport, everything, and my money as well. So, but yeah, it's pretty beautiful here. I mean, it's just pretty nice here. Guys, I think I'm gonna get on with the day, get some breakfast, meet the tour guide, meet those friends I met, and then take plenty of photos, videos, and then probably do a voiceover over that. So cheers, guys, and yeah. So this is the Jewish cemetery in Kazimierz in the Jewish district in Krakow. Very interesting history here, also pretty sad, but it was worth a visit. The story I was told about this place was in World War II, the Nazis came and destroyed this cemetery. They've done pretty well to restore it, but they've placed a lot of the broken headstones on the walls just to try and honour the victims.
Driving are going, are using cars. That's why everything. If you come closer, then I will tell you something about the decoration here inside. Flight to Egypt and the
So after a very interesting night in that bar, I woke up and I went to the Schindler's factory with some friends that I made, a lovely couple. Wow, this museum was perhaps the most fascinating museum I've ever really seen, and it had, well, I mean, endless history to this place, mostly about Nazi occupation in Poland. Also covered a lot about the Soviet Union as well. The big thing that I can point out is that, of course, this was Schindler's factory, and Schindler was known for protecting Jews and, giving them a lot more, better conditions to work and to live in. There was a video in this museum that people talked about their testimonies in Schindler's factory, saying that they had food and water and they had much better treatment. And also, this is a Sunday service that I went to in the Corpus Christi Church in Kazimierz in the Jewish district. I think this is perhaps the biggest. I don't know if it's I don't think it's the only church in the Jewish district, this particular church, but I'm just going to stop talking now. You can listen to the hymn. Absolutely beautiful.
Czytanie z drugiego listu.
So here we are in Auschwitz-Birkenau. This was going to be the most difficult part of the trip. So we're just walking under the work sets you free sign. Obviously before that we went through a tunnel, and they had like a tannoy, like a speaker for the names of the victims. This is just when we went through under the sign. This was one of the gas chambers in Birkenau that was destroyed to try and cover up what happened there, but they didn't really do a very good job. This is in the barracks. We heard a lot of awful stories of this place. Unlivable conditions, truly unlivable conditions. Very surreal day. Alright guys, well you'll have to excuse me, I haven't got my microphone on me now, but I want to say a few words about my visit to Auschwitz concentration camp. It was a very surreal experience. I think I left my hotel on the bus about, let's say about 20 to 10 in the morning. I think we got there, I think it was about an hour and a half journey, so but all I can say beforehand, I just want to say the Polish countryside, wow, absolutely amazing. I've seen all these beautiful houses, amazing, yeah, and it was good to see like a glimpse into real Polish life, you know, and to see people go on with their daily lives. Crazy to think that a city like this that is going up and up and up, and it's such an incredible place. I think crazy to think that something like that happened only an hour and a half away from a place like this. What I think, I put it on my Facebook. I posted some photos on Facebook, and I just said it's hard to find the words really, and it was just an honour to go there and to pay respect to the place. I think the most harrowing things, let's say, seeing the hair was awful, especially the children's shoes, and you know, I honestly think that our tour guide was quite brief. I think it would have been nice when we went to Birkenau, especially if we had a chance to just see a part of the camp, like not by ourselves, but I've seen people they've been able to go to different parts on their own. Just checking, still recording. But it's interesting that our tour guide said to us that Birkenau was over 20 times bigger than Auschwitz. So you could see I think I don't know if I took a photo of like the rows and rows and rows of gas chambers, and I believe the crematoriums was so big. I mean, there's barracks upon barracks, and of course probably the mass of the extermination obviously would have happened in Birkenau. Also walking along the railway, like where the trains went. I've heard stories. Well, if I heard a story, I think I watched like this documentary animation from this Polish guy on YouTube, and you know, he animated how there was some people that were just so undesirable coming off the trains that they just shoot that as soon as they come off the train, they just shot them on the spot. Yeah, that place, and especially different places. You know, I took a photo of the gas chamber. Took a photo of you could see where the Zyklon B was dumped, and so it was bleak. It was bleak. There was no hope. It was the total absence of hope and life. It was full of death, misery, and like, what's the right word? Just pure decay, if that's the right word, you know. Oh yeah, also we managed to go to the barracks, I think that's what they call them, barracks, where the prisoners slept. Yeah, shocking, and they didn't have a toilet. They didn't have a toilet, so it's quite disgusting really that, you know, the prisoners had to sleep on getting eaten alive beer by flies. The prisoners had to, you know, sleep on these bunks, these hard wooden bunks, and some people had to sleep on the floor beneath. But our tour guide told us, I don't know if this is true. I mean, I won't be surprised that they couldn't go to the toilet, so they ended up having to go while they were sleeping, and some of the excrement would drop on other people. Yeah, shocking. So I don't want to put myself on a downer too much when I'm here, but yeah, like I don't want to talk about it anymore. But yeah, I think it's good for if you want to pay respects. If you're in Krakow, I think if you want to come and just pay respects, I recommend it. But it's obviously it's not a tourist place. Absolutely not. It's there to you know, you're there to see a memorial. So, and it's surreal walking into those gates where it says "Work sets you free" in German. That was surreal, and that's like quite almost like, you know, when you see documentaries and movies of Auschwitz, like it's quite iconic where you can sort of see that signage, and it's sort of you know, like explains like obviously the situation, but you know, of course, as the what's the word? As the tour guide told us, you know, no one was set free by forced labour. They were not. So, and it's true. So, yeah. So, I'm glad I did that. But I mean, I wouldn't want to do that again. But I'm happy I paid respect to the victims. So, but yeah. So that sort of concludes the trip to Krakow, Poland, and many other trips, of course, that I did while I was here. So this was my last day. I sort of just explored other parts of the city. There was a nice fountain area in another part of the city. Also, I saw this protest going on between pro-Ukrainian Polish people, and then there was another side of this protest, and there wasn't any Ukrainian flag. So I'm guessing it was pro-Ukrainian Poles and just Polish people who don't want to support Ukraine, or perhaps are arguing about something else. Of course, I didn't understand because they were just speaking Polish. So, but yeah, no, it was pretty interesting. But then just got on my flight back home, and then landed safely back to Bristol. So, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And you will see me doing this again sometime soon, perhaps, of course, in a different place in Europe or anywhere else. So thank you guys very much for watching. God bless and take care.